What a difference 4 months can make. Back in June, the Golden State Warriors were lifting up their 4th championship trophy in 8 seasons. The Boston Celtics had admirably fought to push them to 6 games in the first finals appearance for the young stars Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And the Phoenix Suns, despite suffering an embarrassing blowout loss to the Dallas Mavericks in the second round, seem poised to continue being contenders. But now, with the 2022-2023 season around the corner, all 3 franchises are dealing with some kind of turmoil. And it's left us with some serious questions about how the supposed cream of the crop in the NBA shakes out. Let's break it all down. So sit back, relax, and take this in. Let's start with the Phoenix Suns, who have done their best to exemplify Murphy's Law. Whatever can go wrong, will go wrong. After an embarrassing 33-point loss in Game 7 of the West Semis at home against Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks, Suns head coach Monty Williams was not happy with the performance of his center, DeAndre Ayton, reportedly saying that he quit on the team. As a result, Ayton entered restricted free agency with 1 foot out the door this summer. And despite trade rumors, including a potential Kevin Durant deal, and the Indiana Pacers extending a max offer sheet to Ayton, the Suns ultimately matched the offer in order to keep their center. But despite that, with just 1 week left until the start of the regular season, Coach Williams and Ayton still haven't said a word to one another.
How have you and Monty kind of been able to move
I haven't spoken to Monty. No, I haven't spoken to him at all.
But wait, there's more. Throughout the Ayton saga, the Suns organization was dealing with another major workplace drama, the fallout from an investigation into franchise owner Robert Sarver, following allegations of racism and misogyny in the office. Last month, the NBA announced Sarver would be suspended for a year and fined $10 million. Shortly thereafter, amid massive public outcry, Sarver announced that he would sell the team. On top of that, Suns forward Jay Crowder, who played a pivotal role in Phoenix's emergence as a contender the last 2 seasons, requested a trade in his own way. So while the Suns are looking for trade suitors for Crowder, they are also looking for a new owner, and maybe in a few months' time, a new starting center if this Ayton situation isn't resolved. Quite the fall from grace for a team that won a league-best 64 games last season. Then there's the Boston Celtics, who suspended their head coach Ime Udoka mere days before NBA Media Day after Udoka violated workplace policy and had a relationship with a female staff member. In his stead, Joe Mazzulla, who is currently the youngest head coach in the league and was also arrested for domestic battery back in 2009, will serve as interim head coach. Udoka, though, had just led the Celtics to their first finals berth in 14 years as a rookie head coach, and the expectations were that Boston would run away with the East this season. But who knows how his absence will impact the team on the court. As for the Golden State Warriors, things were all peachy until an altercation occurred in practice between Draymond Green and Jordan Poole. The situation was going to be handled internally until a video was leaked to TMZ in which Green punched his young teammate in the face. The situation reportedly stems from a contract battle happening within the Warriors locker room right now, with all of Green, Poole, Andrew Wiggins, and Klay Thompson either at or near the end of their deals. Essentially, Poole is in line to get his extension before the season, while the older Green is not. Now, Green was fined and stepped away from the team for a couple of days, but head coach Steve Kerr confirmed that he will return for their final preseason game.
I expect him to play Friday in our last preseason game and on opening night.
But who knows what happens in that locker room next? Many of the Warriors players were quoted saying that Green, their veteran and their most outspoken leader, broke their trust in that moment. Can he gain it back? And will the cloud of contract extensions hurt the champ's chances of repeating? These are questions that will ultimately be answered over the next couple of months. But with the Suns, Celtics, and Warriors all standing on shaky ground, it creates even more competition at the top of the NBA. There are no surefire favorites in the league. With all this drama undermining many of the would-be top teams in the NBA, other contenders like the Los Angeles Clippers, Philadelphia 76ers, Milwaukee Bucks, and Denver Nuggets have an opportunity to make the most out of this turmoil. It could also pressure other teams on the outside looking in, like the Miami Heat, Atlanta Hawks, Toronto Raptors, Memphis Grizzlies, and New Orleans Pelicans to make win-now moves in order to up their chances of making some noise this season. But one thing is for sure, a day doesn't go by in the NBA without some form of drama, even in the offseason.